Race 6, final leg of the triple trio. We've got a field of 13 to go around in the Geranium handicap, and we'll start off with Red Elise, who's in good form. He's got all the weight to carry, but a perfect barrier gate number 1. Amazing Satchmo, fantastic win from him last start. Telecom Man in the same category, he's got 11 pound more to carry. And then we go down to Poaching Treasure. Art of Raw's drawn wide. Enjoy Life's drawn nicely in 4. Clement Legend, Dashing Dart was John's best last start. He went very close to winning. Viva Council and Alberto Sanna, what a line of form he's in at the moment. He's going to take the reins again here on President Paramount, who's up to the mile and close to a drop in class.
Yeah, there's a bit of depth to this race. It's very competitive. Viva Council has been doing his best work from the front, although there's a bit of a question mark about him at this sort of level. Dashing Dart ran well on the speed last time out. I'd expect something similar here. An Amazing Satchmo should position up quite well, and Moreira's decided to leap aboard.
First one we'll take a look at is Red Elise. He's in good form at the moment, this horse. Sam Clipperton aboard, and he's going well. He's striding it nice. He's been quite consistent as well this season, something he didn't have. He's only won the one race, and that was on debut here in Hong Kong, but he's gone close a couple of times. Telecom Man, I thought he's improved a lot since that win. It was a good win from him, and he's really keen in the mornings here. Natural aboard, and he's going nicely here with the new ride. Of course, Umberto did ride him last time, and he's out injured at the moment. And Viva Council, now he's the one on the far side with Let's Take It Easy. Now, Let's Take It Easy is a lot higher rated than he is, but he's going well as well. I thought it was another bad piece from him, and as John said, he'll be on the front, out of trouble.
Market early suggests it's quite an open race, but Enjoy Life is the early favourite at 3.8. We're going to start with Dashing Dart. Now, you labelled him this day, John. He went very close. It was only a slender margin, really, in the end, until about the last 20, when Smart Charade just found another gear.
It's always nice when your double-figure best bet gets chinned by 100 to 1 shot, isn't it? But, yeah, he did very well, I thought, on this occasion. Dashing Dart, he'd be horrendously unlucky on the all-weather in 2 starts prior to this. He got a nice run here. He was close to not much of a speed, and as I say, it was only Smart Charade that chinned him in the latter stages. I expect him to go well again. It's his track and distance, and he's run well under these conditions in the past.
I like Red Elise out of that race as well, because he was 3 or 4 wide from barrier 12 the whole way, and still hit the line strongly. And from barrier 1, I think he'll get a good run.
Well, Amazing Satchmo and Telecom Man were both impressive winners last start. Let's firstly focus on Amazing Satchmo. He sat wide here. He covered ground. Really, it was quite an extraordinary effort. He's been sort of suggesting that a win wasn't far away, but I didn't think he was able to do it under the circumstances. Yeah,
it was a tough run. That's the only question mark I had, as long as it hasn't taken too much out of him. He is going up to 1,600 metres, which shouldn't be too much of a problem the way he won this, but look, he was really pushed out in the end and managed to get up, but he had a tough run to do it.
Karis Teaton, of course, has been riding, John, but he's suspended, so Joe's taken over.
Yep, and I can see why he quite likes the idea of riding this fella. The initial Griffin form wasn't great, but he's just improved nicely. He's a big lad. He was 3 wide the whole way, as we've mentioned, and I think he's going to take a bit of beating.
This is a horse that you and I love to hate, John, Royale Elegance. We know basically about him. If he pulls during the race, it's all over bar the shouting. He cannot do anything, but if he settles well or gets a strong tempo, that's when he seems to do his best racing. Art of Raw finished 5th here, but he hasn't done a huge amount, and Clement Legend is only lightly raced. Well,
that was a slightly better performance from Clement Legend. Royale Elegance, yeah, he's difficult to get your tongue round in a driving finish when he's involved. And he's been involved in quite a few finishes this season. He's been in the first 4 6 times from 9 starts. He's not a regular winner, but as you say, if they go a gallop, he'll be ticking them off at the end.
Preble knows him well too, Paul. He's drawn 14. That's not an issue, really, is it?
No, because he gets back anyway. He's just a little bit unreliable. I mean, he has been consistent,
he has.
on thing, but he does a few things wrong. That's what worries
He's chilled out a little bit.
A little bit more. But he still pulls and reefs in the mornings.
This is the first leg of the second DT. He's got to go into your DT.
I would have thought so too.
Calculations, definitely.
Yeah, the key might be trying to find the banker for that TT. Do you go Amazing Satchmo? Do you go Telecom Man? Both impressive winners last start. I've always been a fan of Enjoy Life, and I think he's a definite inclusion for exotics as well.
Yeah, good advice. Enjoy Life. He should be going nicely. I've got him in the number. I've got both these, and I think this was a strong race. And I think what I've seen in the mornings of Telecom Man is he's improved a lot. And he's improved since this race. The pennies dropped for him. I think he's a really nice recruit, and he was going away from them at the end here. It was a good win, strong win.
Yeah, he went from 1,200 to 1,600 in one fell swoop here, and they didn't see which way he went. So I haven't actually got him in the numbers, so I think it's a competitive race and there's some good horses under him. But again, for that wider exotic bet, he's got to be in there.
Is it down to those two for you, Paul? Amazing Satchmo and Telecom Man?
I've got them both. No, I haven't got an Amazing Satchmo win.
Okay.
I just think it was a tough run last time and it might have taken it out of him. And you'll get unders with Joe on. So I left him out completely. I put Red Elise on top. I thought it was a nice run from him last time. And he's really consistent. Viva Council's going to add value. He'll be out of trouble. He'll be in the front. Telecom Man, look, as I said, I've got a lot of time for this horse and he's really improved. And I put Enjoy Life just in ahead of Amazing Satchmo. 1:13, 5 and 9. I like the one to win, but as John said, it's a real competitive race, this one.
Yeah, it certainly is. I'm an Amazing Satchmo man. I've just noted how nicely this horse has improved over his last 2 or 3 starts, and I think it's no surprise that Joe Moreira's rung up for the ride on this fella. Dashing Dart, I think he should position up quite nicely. He has won over a mile in the bottom of Class 4 before, towards the back end of last season, and it was a good effort last time, and I think he's definitely got to go in there. He's a reasonable price as well. Red Elise, he's better now at positioning up from a better draw than he used to be, so I think he's got to be considered. And Enjoy Life, the faster they go out in front, definitely help him. He was a bit sort of stuck in a race where it was difficult to close last time out, so I think he'll go nicely. But as I say, for that first leg of the DT, you've got to consider quite a few of these. It's an open race.
Does look very competitive. It's the final leg of the TT as well. All the best if you're having one of those exotic bet types. Right now, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have a look at the fast class for the day. Class 2, race number 7.